All right, here's where ref really helps. Solving when you have three equations and three letters. Doing system equations with three letters is not hard per se, it's just time consuming. And can be a little confusing at first. Once you get the gist of it, it's okay, but it's still time consuming. This makes life a lot easier. So we have a story problem here. Tree, Christmas money tree. Tree has 24 bills. I want holes for 24 bills. I want the tree to have $75 using ones, fives, and tens, and I want twice as many fives as tens. So first off, we always identify our variables. So again, you could use X, Y, and Z, or you could use, 1 for ones, F for fives, and T for tens. Again, if you wanted to use X, Y, and Z, that's fine. It's up to you. Now, what are our, equations? Well, first we have our number line. So we know that all of them add up to 24 because there's 24 spots, one bill each. So the number of ones plus number of fives plus number of tens is 24. And I just went right back to X, Y, Z, even like I wasn't thinking about it. Again, you could use O, F, and T, but I'll do it this way just because. Now, the value. Well, 1 is obviously just 1. 5 is worth 5, and tens are worth 10. And the total amount of money is going to be $75. Now, the tricky one is I want twice as many fives as tens. Okay, so I want twice as many fives as tens. Think about that. So think about it. If I had 1 5, I want 2 tens. If I had 5 fives, I would want 10 tens. Okay, twice as many. So how would we write that as, an equation? So y, which is my fives, right, is equal to 2z. Now, for a matrix, we need to remember to move this over here, right? So that'd be y minus 2z equals 0. And now I can set up my matrix, my augmented matrix. So it's going to be 1, 1, 1, 24, 1, 5, 10, 75. And remember, I have 0 x's here. So 0, 1, negative 2, and 0 again. Now, let's think about this. How many rows do I have? Because it's always rows by columns. I have 3. How many columns do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a 3 by 4. So it's going to be different, a little bit different. So we go into our calculator, turn it on, second matrix, edit. Now remember, we're doing a 3 by 4 this time. Now notice this one's going to fall off the screen, so you got to be really careful when you're checking. All right? So I put in 1, 1, 1. Now watch when I hit enter, it's going to jump off the screen. And 24. When I come down, it's going to jump again down there. And here I have 1, 5, 10, 75. That's my value line. And here I have 0, so I just hit enter. And then I have 1, enter, negative 2, and the 0 is there, so I just hit enter again, I'm done. I'm going to double check my numbers though because of it jumping off the screen. Okay, so I have 1, 1, 1, 24. I have 1, 5, 10, 75. And I have 0, 1, negative 2, 0. Just never hurts to double check. So I'm going to leave and come right back in. Going to go over to math. I'm going to go up or down to B. clicker to go up, enter, and then just tell it, look at A. I don't know why I just did that. Sorry, let's try that again. Second math, go up to B, and I meant second matrix, sorry. And I'm going to tell it to look in A. And there we have it, 15, 6, and 3. So that means 15 ones, 6 fives, and 3 tens. And if you double check that, that's $30, $30, and $15. 60 plus 15 is 75. It works out. Next one, school supplies. All right. So we have pens, pencils, and markers. This is one where using the letter doesn't help because that would be P, P, and M. So I'm going to use X, Y, and Z. Okay. So X is my pens. Y is my pencils. And Z is my markers. All right. It says, I usually get a total of 100. All right. So that's, again, easy. Total line, number line. X plus Y plus Z equals 100. I always get 30 more pencils than pens. Okay. 30 more pencils than pens. So that means, I'm going to go off to the side and clean it up later. X plus 30 equals Y. Pens plus 30 equals pencils. All right. Now, to clean that up, remember, I need to move the Y over and make that -1, and move this over and make that -30. Okay. So that's going to give me X minus Y plus 0Z equals -30. Now the cost. If pens cost 40 cents, so the cost, the value is 0.40x plus 0.20y, 20 cents for pencils, and markers cost $1. And I'm spending $50. Okay, so what's my augmented matrix? It's 1, 1, 1, 100. It's 1, -1, 0, -30. 0.4, 0.2, 1, 50. So, go into my calculator. Second matrix. Go over to edit. Again, I have a 3x4, so I just hit enter a few times. My 1 is the same, so 1, 1, 1, and I'm going to change this to 100. Then 1, -1, 0, -30. And then 0.4, careful with those decimals, 0.2, 1, and 50. I'm going to real quickly check my numbers. 111, 100. 1, -1, 0, -30. And 0.4, 0.2, 1, and 50. Good to go. So I'm going to quit. Come right back in. Go over to math. Up to B. Enter. Tell it to look at A. Now, notice in this one, it does not come out clean. Okay? And when you're trying to spend money on something like this, you're not going to end up exactly with it. Now, what do we do here? Okay? We round down. Now, I know mathematically, this would say 19, and 49 and 33. Well, let's do that real quickly. 1949, and what was it again? 33? 33. Do that real quick, do the math. If we did 19 times 0.4 and 49 times 0.2 and 33 times 1. Well, that's easy, 33 bucks. So let's look what happens here. 19 times 0.4. That's $7.60. 49 times 0.2. $9.80. So plus 7.6 plus the 33. I'm over my budget. Not by much, 40 cents, but I'm technically over my budget. And that doesn't include tax. So that's why we can't follow the rules of math and round up. We need to do 18, 48, and 32. Now, when we do that, I'll just save you the trouble here. That ends up being $7.20, $9.60, and $32. Okay, and that is a grand total of $48.80. So that leaves me $1.20 left over. Maybe that's enough for tax. Hopefully it is. But that is why mathematically we don't round up like we normally would. Because in the real world, we need to be able to count and can't go over budget. That's it.